Try now. No. So, can you hear me now? How can y'all hear me okay now? Now? We good now? No, gone again. It's gone. Huh. Here, let me turn up the gain knob a little. The gain. Can't speak. Not good. Not good. Now. It's glitching. Is it crackly?
It isn't on my end.
No. Also, one speaker only. Interesting. So let me try now. Yeah. Yeah, please do. This is why I'm doing a test stream, right?
Yeah. Hang on.
So I have the Scarlet Solo setup. I have the mic. Are we only getting mono sound, or what's the deal with it?
Left earphone very quiet. Okay, start talking and I'll tell you.
Left earphone very quiet, you said.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's pull this closer. Better? Still better? Well, oh, fair enough. I'm also, you know what I could also do is,
Oh, if I sounded great, then that means that the directional audio was coming from that way for whatever reason. Which means the reason I'm hearing you in the left earphone is because the microphone is listening over here and you're sitting there.
so this is fine.
Turn it towards the wall a bit.
What, like here?
Yeah, okay. Now let's see what happens.
All right. Also, the tone you had with that was none pizza, left beef.
I do not know what that means.
I'll explain later. Is it coming through both now?
To understand. I don't know. I've got to wait till we get to that point.
Okay, I think it's good to make time lapse. Okay, no, it's the correct mic. It's just it sounds like the wrong mic indeed. It is.
That was better. When you turn the microphone.
So now it's picking up both.
No, now you got to turn it back towards you.
No.
Okay.
You see, this is why. Worked for a second very well.
It did.
It did. I mean, are the cables in fully? At first adjustment zone, left ear always worked. I didn't listen. So this is why we're doing a test stream. Now it's good. For me, right is dead. Now good. Or is it being crackly?
Yeah, here on Discord it sounds just fine.
Interesting. So it's fine on Discord. What? Let me try something out. All right, try now. How's it sound now? Is this a little better, everyone?
There we go.
Yeah. I am near the microphone. Still left channel only. Both now it's okay.
Now I have to wait because my stream is apparently very delayed.
Yeah, now it's working. So it was an OBS issue. I'm also going to turn that down slightly because it looks like now it's peaking.
It is perfect.
Except for the peaking.
Well, I don't know about the peaking.
Well, I'd say also say hi, Connor. And is that applying here as well? Yeah. Perfect. Excellent. You know, again, so thank you.
Okay, problem solved.
Yeah.
I will now bail. I've done my duty as
Thank you.
I can't get out of this fucking chair. Okay. Hello and goodbye, everybody. I will be watching from my desk.
So yeah, this is. I'm really glad we got this working. Yeah, the entire thing is a very new setup. So joining me today as well is Corn. Say hi, Corn.
Hello.
And I guess we're chilling. I guess we're gonna spend about an hour here. We're gonna answer questions and we're gonna chill. Originally this was going to be on Reddit, and then without going too far into it, r/IMA was down the past few days, so that is now going to be probably towards the end of next week. But yeah, if you haven't seen the announcements yet, lgbtqio is an event that we are hosting on June 30th, 2023 at 3 p.m. CEST, or I think CET, because it's summer. Be there. There's going to be a grand total of 10 different influencers, yes, including myself, because I'm sure some of y'all might know my Stuff We Play stuff. I used to do a lot. So we're going to be there. We're going to play some Iron Order. We're raising funds for charities located in both Germany and the U.S., and it's going to be a great way to celebrate Pride Month. So I'm going to go ahead and open up to questions, or I will once the steamboat. Can y'all hear the steamboat outside?
No.
What about that? What about now?
No. I can't anyway.
This mic is great because that was like ear-shatteringly loud. But yeah, I'm going to open it up to questions. Ask away. What I think about time-lapse and Bitro games. Now there's a siren. What the hell is going on with the boats? For those who don't know, Bitro's office overlooks the main harbor here in Hamburg, and like sometimes the boats, they be boating. I feel like I've overtaken the convo. Corn, what do you think about boats?
I like boats.
Is that an official statement?
Yes, that is my official endorsement. I like boats.
So I'm gonna start off with one from Gabriel Conti. What do you think about time-lapse and Bitro games? Honestly, I think it's cool. I don't know if there's any plans for that to become a feature anytime soon. I can't speak for that. But like, I love time-lapse videos in general that people take while gaming. What?
Where's the boat? I heard the boat, but I want to see the boat.
You want to see the boat?
Was there an actual boat, or were you just making steam noises?
No, there was an actual boat. It was a steamboat. Yeah, no, I'm on stream. Marvin, would you like to hop in on stream?
Yeah, sure.
Would you like to be a star?
What's up, stream homie?
Hit that down.
Hello.
Where's my... Ah, there you go.
Boat here.
I heard the boat, and then there was a siren.
Oh, there it is. It's on the dock.
What a steamboat!
Yeah, it's a steamboat. It's got a big fucking jet.
It's way cooler than the other boat.
Welcome to Bitro, the official video game company of boats everywhere.
No, but that looks like a comic boat. You know, like Steamboat Willie, just a bit bigger.
Come
Yeah.
have a look. If you haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
I've ridden on that steamboat.
Oh, aren't you?
It's $20 a person.
We're all like content creators who got to go for rides on steamboats. Some of us have real
I
jobs.
wish the company could buy a steamboat.
Ah, goodness.
So,
What we call that? HMS Steamboat?
Well, it couldn't be an HMS if it's German.
but yes, I love time lapse. I think it would be a cool feature, but I do not know if there are plans for that right now. Marvin asks, how did I find my way into gaming? Surprisingly, it was not via boat, and instead it was through playing lots and lots of Sonic as a kid. Quite literally. Thank you. Quite literally, I remember I was probably like, I think I must have been like 5, and I was like, I want an N64, and my dad was like, no. But you know what? Your sister used to have a Genesis. That's the Mega Drive for you European folks. And so he went out to the garage. He he grabbed it, and it had Sonic 1 and nothing else. And I remember I'd play through Green Hill Zone, then get to Marble Zone, get bored, and reset the game. And that's how I got into gaming. And then I got a GameCube because that was new. Corin, how did you get into gaming? What was your first video game?
I want to say that it was Donkey Kong Country. And I think that was because my dad showed me, because my dad was a gamer. But I think the first console that I ever owned was a Nintendo 64. And I think by extension with that, I believe the first one I ever played was Mario 64.
Classic.
But this was around 99, I want to say, because I also had Ocarina of Time. So I'm pretty sure I played both of them like roughly around the same time.
Hell yeah. Did you, so you said Country, did you, so talk about that series specifically. Did you go into any of the sequels or DK64, or was that kind of a one and done?
No, I did play the other ones, but not until like later on. I rented Donkey Kong 64 from Blockbuster when I was a kid. RIP to Blockbuster back when you could actually back when you could actually do that.
Actually, oh. What's oh? Am I being evicted? Is there an echo? You know what it could be? Let me try something. Yeah. Here.
Oh, I have echo.
Do you have echo? Were you echoing through?
I have no idea.
Yeah, am I still echoing, yo? Yeah. Twitch chat is full of echo comments. No, not anymore. Okay. So I think what was happening was that I was feeding back in to yeah, I think I was just kind of, going around with that. So that's all right. Yeah, this works fine for the Pride event, and this I'll also ask our audio tech about it next time I see her. What motivates you most in your profession in the industry? So the nice thing about mine is, for those wondering, my title goes by many names across multiple industries, but I guess the title that you'd most likely hear would be commercial producer, or content and commercial producer, or even just creative production person. To put it in a much more, I guess, exact way, I'm basically a content creator, but I'm work on ads and stuff like that. But coming from a content creation and even filmmaking background, what really motivates me is I just like being creative on a daily basis. And I find being able to be creative and really being able to put all these skills I've been working for years to use, just being able to do that on a daily basis just makes me, not only does it drive me forward, but it just makes me happy, which I feel like a lot of people can't say with their jobs, but I absolutely can. So yeah, I've also really enjoyed it as well, because especially now with like the switch with like TikTok becoming so dominant, and along with reels and shorts, but always with commercials have always been a shorter form medium, as have like modern content. So like doing that after like really focus on like a documentary series and whatnot is really, really great for me, because I feel like there's always this challenge to how do I fit as much info that's legitimately interesting to hear in a unique, entertaining way in as a very short amount of time. And so I really enjoy that. Corn, as a creator, what drives you forward?
It really comes from like being creative and like really wanting to like really kind of express myself, because I've always been like a storyteller in a lot of different ways, and I've always been coming up with stuff like ever since, I was little. So being able to tell stories or to be able to entertain people, that's always been like a passion of mine because I went to college specifically for my film and video degree years ago. I haven't been able to put it into practice into an actual job yet, so it's mostly just kind of been like a hobby, but I'd love to make it like a full-time thing for myself in the future.
No, absolutely. I also I didn't know that you'd gone like actually gotten like a degree in all this as well. Like that's really rad.
Well, it's more like a certificate of achievement because I am not a very good student.
Okay, but like you did the thing. You shouldn't like don't downplay yourself, you know?
Right. But no, yeah, I went to because I live out here in California. I
Mhm.
went to Orange Coast College. And so that was up in Lake Costa Mesa, so like around the Orange County area. So it's not it's about like 45 minutes away from LA. But there were a few there it was really neat because we got like access to like a whole bunch of different like kinds of resources and whatnot. So that's where I learned mostly about like actual film production and like what really goes into it, and there's a lot
Yeah.
that really goes into it.
Well, and there's so much like people don't realize as well, and also there's so much stuff that like even just from the projects I worked in Canada that you don't hear about it. Like I don't know, like there. I'm not going to name anyone, obviously, but there is always some. But there are always some folks where people are like, "Oh, you don't want to work on those as like one of your first ones because they treat their PAs terribly and stuff like that."
Oh yeah. Um it's funny because I know that like some of my friend or some of my classmates um who graduated from my college, they went to work on some pretty big things. I know one of them actually worked recently on Everything Everywhere All at Once. I
Oh,
know that
that's
they were
cool.
like yeah, so I know that they were like a production assistant or like some kind of like a set dresser or something like that. I know, so it's like it's always weird uh with that feeling of just like, oh hey, I went to school with that person. What the
Mm-hmm.
frick? They actually worked on an Oscar-winning movie? That's crazy.
Hell yeah. And it's really crazy like where life ends up taking you as well. I remember going when I started university at 18. I was like, I know like I'm like I bet I'm going to be living like a high rise in Vancouver at 25. And now at 25 I'm living in Germany and it's amazing, and uh it's real, and I feel like Hamburg suits me a lot better now at 25 than say somewhere like Vancouver would, if that makes
Oh
sense.
yeah. Yeah. No, that absolutely does make sense.
Like just in kind of like a pace of life. Like that's not to say there's not a bunch of stuff going on here, but it feels like a city that like, sometimes knows when to take a rest.
Oh.
Another one from Gabriel. I think a game in ancient Rome could be absolutely perfect. You use maps of every period of the Roman Empire. I think a game based in Rome could be really cool. Yeah, I think it's a really cool idea. I like the setting. If if I could choose any setting for a game like in Vitro style, I think it'd be really interesting to have one like maybe like set kind of like in the Cold War, kind of that aesthetic that you often see in like films from like the 60s
In Mother Russia.
in Mother Russia. Though I mean we get, I mean Call of War has some good like USSR like stuff in there if that's the vibe you're wanting. Let's see, Discord echo. I think the echo is gone because I have the headphones on. Go probably before the event proper. I am probably going to get some perhaps a better way to just monitor everything. Either that or this has two different headphone jacks, so I might just get bring a second pair of Sennies if I can find them. Gabriel says, my first game was Pokemon Diamond. That's a great one. My first Pokemon game was actually, first one I ever owned was Coliseum.
Ooh.
First one I ever played was my cousin's copy of Silver. And I don't remember if I saved over his file or if I released something or gave something a stupid name. But it was one time and he never let me touch it again.
Mine, in order to date myself even further, mine was Pokemon Yellow. That was my first.
Okay, but Yellow's good. I like Yellow.
It is good. It's just as an autistic child, not understanding how RPGs worked like whatsoever, I had no idea what I was doing.
Fair enough.
So I didn't really get it. I thought I was too stupid for Pokemon.
No, I absolutely feel that. CJ says DK Country's first game I ever owned. Classic. My husband's in the chat and asks, why is a Pride event important to you and the team from Bytro? I'll be honest, representation matters, and as a trans woman in gaming, I would like, I know how much when I first started doing content creation or getting into production work, I wish there were more people like me, so this is a chance for not only me to, I guess, be that representation, but also to lift up other creators who, or I'm not sure if lift up's the right word, but to come together with other creators who I really, really respect to, of course, support a cause that I just really believe in. So, yeah, and I'm just really happy that Bytro, everyone at Bytro, and especially my team have been so supportive of the event and that everyone's so excited for it. It really, despite everything going on in the world right now affecting LGBTQ plus folks, it really has given me a lot of optimism and hope about the world. And I don't know how to end this off, but that, it's been something I really love. Also, a lot of Fire Red and Red version in the chat. Great games. Why? Why not Charmander? There's a Pokemon debate going on. Corn, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
To the Pokemon thing, or to the
to Bytro having me go on the record to say trans rights.
Yeah, absolutely. No, in all seriousness, we're seeing such a huge amount of just unnecessary hate, in the world recently, and even if you're not like LGBT or anything like that, we come from a background, well, at least I come from a background anyway, that it's like, even just being autistic, it's like you want to be able to surround yourself with those people who are like you, because a lot of people generally might not understand you at all at first, and it's such a broad spectrum of all sorts of different kinds of people, because it's like there's a huge misconception that all people are meant to be like a certain way, and not everybody is made up of the same way or shape or form. And growing up being autistic, it's like a lot of people just didn't generally understand that. So even before I came out as trans, there was already hurdles, because back then there weren't a lot of resources or anything like that, like really to, either to diagnose people or, to like fully understand what it was that it is. And we've come a long way since then. But even then, though, now we're seeing that a lot with just with all of especially here in America, we're seeing so much um, anti-trans legislation. And for myself, because I have a ton of friends who are, who are gay or who are non-binary or things like that, um, being able to allow ourselves to be seen and, to let, being given a chance to help those in need, that's really important for me,
Mm-hmm.
because because it's so easy to let ourselves be it's so easy uh to let ourselves feel like it's hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
um but with things like this, being able to be given a chance at a stage to actually say like, hey, this is who we are, we're not as bad as you think that we are, we want a chance to be able to exist with with everybody else. um it's really important, at least for me anyway. I know it might not seem like a big deal to like a whole bunch of other people, but at least for me anyway, it means the world to me, to be able to help out people in a certain way.
No, I agree. And even in Germany, where, things, even compared to Canada, I'd say, there's so much more accepting of people, from LGBTQ plus backgrounds. Even here, it's not perfect. Uh,
Hmm.
and there's always the need for that. There's always room for improvement. And there's also always, you know, the thing about standing up against bigotry is you're never actually done until the bigotry itself is completely gone.
Hmm.
I will say this.
which
Oh, go on.
which um in a way, because like a bunch of people have always told me this, is that I don't think bigotry is ever really going to go away,
Mm-hmm.
like, just period, because there's always going to be ignorant people out there. But the hope is not necessarily that it just goes away, it's just that more people are more willing to be educated and to make their own decisions rather than just jumping to a conclusion.
I agree. I absolutely agree. That said, like on a complete like 180 mood wise, Hamburg is like just so. I'm going to just say it. Hamburg is such a gay city, and I love it. Like there is literally a building that like we look out over that's on the Reeperbahn, and it is painted like this beautiful rainbow hue.
Oh.
Like there's so it's so, and it's really funny as well because I've met actually several other trans folks since I moved here, just by running into them, just to be like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not me clocking anyone, by the way. Like that's like a lot. I've noticed like a lot of like other trans girls here, like they'll wear like a pin or something on their backpack. I will say maybe it says something that the three I've met so far is I've bumped into them at IKEA, which I know is very stereotypical.
That's really funny.
Wherever they are, I hope they're enjoying their stuffed shark.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Blahai is an icon.
I mean, I don't get the joke. I just know that it exists. So,
Blah. Actually, so we had a planning meeting for this event, and we were looking at IO. And I mean, I'm going to be real. Iron Order is a game like I've loved for a long while because I really like mechs. And I was just like, you'll have to understand, IO's perfect for this. Mechs are trans culture, and I think we decided that the Harpy mech from IO is canonically trans. I don't know how that works, or unofficially but officially in my heart trans. speaking of which, a question in the chat: what would you say is the best way to play Bytro's Tiles, mobile or desktop? So, I mean, I think both are great, and I will say, while there is a browser-based versions of all our major titles, I'd say one thing a lot of people don't realize is that there's also Steam versions, and the Steam versions are great. That said, I am going to also have to really give a big thumbs up for the mobile versions because there's I have one thing I've realized with traveling is that I think I've really come to prefer mobile gaming to or portable gaming to like console gaming. Like I haven't really touched my proper home consoles in a while, but like I'll sometimes bring my Switch out with me, or I'll play just play stuff on my phone. So just so on a personal level, I lean mobile, but I think that but don't sleep on the desktop versions, especially the Steam ones. Like, yeah.
Oh no, I can agree because literally my favorite consoles are the 3DS, and also I recently got a PS Vita.
Oh,
And
great
so,
system.
yeah, so I've been messing around with I got the OLED one specifically because I love my OLED Switch. So I've been messing around with my Vita, and I've been really enjoying that too.
Mm-hmm.
But like I miss the portability of like actual like portable consoles, like ones that could actually like fit into your pocket. Because
Right.
like I love the Switch so much, but um it's not really like portable, quote unquote, because like you can't really like put it in your pocket. Whereas it's like I could easily just like put my 3DS in my pocket and just kind of like walk around and like pull it out whenever I want to. But
For the Switch,
I
you
feel
need like
like
some trip pants.
yeah, you do. Um, it's also just the more technologically advanced that we get with these kinds of systems, the bigger that they're just gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
If you want it to be like powerful to a certain degree, like as we've seen with the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally I know like kind of like trims it down just a little bit though, but it's like at the same time we're not quite there yet to where we could get to like super duper like small form factor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Whenever we get to that point, I'm just gonna be like, heck yeah, I would absolutely love to buy something like that. But like currently at the moment, it's still a little too like big to really, I guess like really be considered like quote unquote portable. I don't know.
Little Brown Fox has a great point. Mobility and access. While desktop is better for usability and info, mobile comes with a lot of mobility and accessibility features, and I really
It's
do. I
true.
really have noticed that as well. Something that I've been playing Mini Metro again, and one thing that I've noticed that's different between the Switch and PC versions, uh, and the mobile phone version is that in the mobile phone version, you can really easily like zoom in and out on the maps there. And I've noticed that kind of in general with mobile games. I'm going to say very generally from my experiences, there tend to be a lot more like readability options and options to kind of zoom in to make it easier to click on things. Actually, and like not to come off as an ad, but to totally show games I'm passionate about again. Pretty much all of Byter's games lets that you do that as well. It's something I've always appreciated about that. Is another boat coming? Another boat is not coming.
Okay,
Uh,
so I'm not even gonna lie. I swear this was not planned whatsoever. But as I'm trying to log into Steam and I'm trying to get my password, literally I get one of those security questions where it's like, select all images with boats. I swear that was not planned whatsoever.
You know, I love a good boat. So, all right, here's another like Hamburg. I live here. Pro tip. So there's actually ferries here, and they're just kind of baked into the bus and train network here. So if you just have like a regular transit pass, you can ride all the ferries.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
and they all get crowded as hell during the summer, like around 5 or 6, or no later than that. God, like 9 or 10 when sunset starts this time of year, because people are just trying to take all their golden hour photos. So yeah,
Choose my own password. Here we go.
did it
Goes to
make you
show like
reset your
how
password?
yeah, goes to show how often I use my PC for like any actual gaming purposes. Because for me, like my PC has always been like my workstation. So it's
Yeah,
like I never really considered it like a gaming thing because it's like if I ever wanted a game, I could just like play on my consoles.
right.
So, so I am, unfortunately to the PC Master Race people, I've never really gotten it.
One thing I should mention, by the way, speaking of Iron Order, is that it is. I mean, it goes without saying, but like all our titles are like there's crossplay. So like, if you're playing on PC, you can play against mobile players and vice versa. And
Oh,
so for the
nice.
event proper, like everyone can be on PC or mobile, but for the stream itself, I'll be spectating from the Steam version.
All I can say, um, is at least from my end, as somebody who loves Fire Emblem, and only someone who just recently got into Advance Wars, I am absolutely going to suck at this.
Mm-hmm.
I am terrible with strategy games, like full stop. But no, but I'm looking forward to it regardless.
Yeah. So. Uh.
Alright,
Yeah.
where's my
Also, I don't know if anyone has the right email for them, but Daryl Games says thanks for reply earlier. I would like to ask if you brought an email to get in touch about some project. It'd be interesting to do with your games community in Brazil. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I should put in my work email or if someone else should. I'm really enjoying doing this though. Like it's really nice to be streaming again, and I feel so official. I also really love this is a new room we have in the office here, and it's just kind of the creative room, and it has this beautiful rainbow in it, and this comfy 70s style couch. And you know we're legit because this is a real plant next to me. I know, right? Uh, let's see.
What are you
So,
looking forward to most for the stream?
what am I looking
Uh,
forward to most for the stream? Do you want to go first?
um, sure. So, first thing I want to say is, I'm absolutely honored to, be a part of this stream,
Thank you.
because I'm, I am a very, very small YouTuber. Honestly, to me, 512 subscribers is not a lot, like at all. Um, so, uh, to be considered, to be a part of this, like, means a lot to me. And I feel, um, the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is like actually being able to not only do this for a good cause, but also to actually, you know, to work with like other influencers too. That's something I've never done before.
Mm-hmm. I'm really excited for it as well. And what's nice as well is that there's it is really nice to do this because I feel like we're so many like everyone here comes from like different backgrounds. Like of course you and I both have kind of like the film background,
Mm-hmm.
but we're bringing together creators from all different types of backgrounds who make, I was going to say make all sorts of different content, but I don't know, I'm pretty sure we're all either lifestyle or gaming. But, you know, I'm looking forward to kind of the community aspect of it. Not just kind of, actually. It is the community aspect I'd say I'm most excited for.
Let's see here.
Is another boat coming? No. Unfortunately. Well, actually, yes, but not the boat. And that's sad. So, alright, a bit of context on that. So there's a full-on steamboat in the river here called the Louisiana Star. And it's just like a Louisiana-style steamboat operating on the Elbe River in Germany. Why? I have no idea. But it's here, and it's like $20 a person. Hashtag not sponsored. But
Hashtag
they should.
not an ad. Hashtag could be an ad.
Hashtag should be an ad? Get in touch.
Should be.
Isn't that the ultimate influencer move? It's like, here.
Yes, it is.
And on one, I shouldn't even be making this joke on my companies. Like, on that I work for's, like, socials. It's like, how about this? You give me free boat ride, and I give you exposure.
Oh, man.
People want the office dogs. We'll bring office dogs. Like, honestly, so, okay, here's some Bitro lore everyone needs to know. We are a dog-friendly office. So, Cecilia, please bring Monty for the day of the string. Please. Monty is Cecilia's doggo, and he's such a good boy. Let's see, there's Monty, and then there's Fairy, who's Linus's dog, and then there's Baloo, who I never had it lined up, so Baloo was at the office the same day I was, so I only met him for the first time this week. And when I say massive, imagine a dog the size of a bear, but who still thinks he's low-key a small dog. And that's Baloo. So yeah, that's my. I would donate $1 to see a doggo. I wish I had the donation links up already. I honestly, that's going to be like a day one thing once I'm back from my vacation.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1. So there we go. Donate. What is it? Donate $10 and you'll get an hour of dog time. Is that how I do charity? I just bribe people with animals.
That's how the Runaways guys did it for Coliseum.
Is that really?
For charity. Yeah, they would have like really dumb little incentives or things like that, especially when they were playing like a certain game. Like they would basically what's the word? They would have incentives to mess with the player. So it's like if you donated like $50-something, then they would ask somebody either to blindfold them or to spray water in their face or to like flip their controller upside down or something like that. They would have like stretch goals and whatnot. But yeah, literally, I think one segment that they had was literally just some of the streamers' pets on stream. So it's like if you donated like a certain amount of money, like you could have them do like certain things here and there. So it was cute.
So we also have some fun donate things. The G Next Level Pie in the Face comes up. Also, on the top of getting sprayed in the face of water, back when I used to stream on my own channels, I'm not sure if y'all remember this, or if you do, Corn, since I know you were there. But do you remember where there was a thing where folks could donate like $5 or $10 and I could get sprayed with a spray bottle anytime I said something cringe? Which happened a lot because I'm kind of like, not gonna lie, I'm a little bit cringe. Oh, and I did hot sauce shots and then stopped because If I remember right, my sister called me and told me it made her uncomfortable.
I think I do remember that. I think I do.
I remember back when Jordan Fringe used to do regular streams for a while, he'd do it where, what was it, like, I think it was something like $10 for a mayonnaise shot, $20 for a hot sauce shot, $30 to mix them, and I don't know why it was mayonnaise and hot sauce, but that's what he did. Turn
For
of
me,
mount. Oh, go on.
mayonnaise would not be a challenge like whatsoever. I actually do like mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is used for like everything here. I love. I'm so proud to live in a place where it's socially acceptable to dip my fries in mayonnaise.
What's that meme where it's like born to love something and then forced to love mayonnaise?
I've seen the meme where it's like eating at my American friend's house for the first time, and it's sitting around with this family, and they look very waspy, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're like, "Ooh, tonight we're having quesadillas," and it's just like these really limp-looking like tortillas with like a little bit of cheese sticking out.
Yeah, that's how it be.
And it's like, "Ooh, these are really spicy. What's on it?" Sour cream. Oh, geez, noted Jamie. For context on the Mountain Doritos, there was a one time. What was it? I took a bottle of Mountain Dew, a bag of Doritos. I blended them and then I ate it. That wasn't even for a stream. That was for a video.
Why?
I think I lost a bet.
Oh, wow.
And like, I remember because I did it on video, and like for the video itself, I was like, "Yeah, this is great. This is a real gamer meal." And then immediately when the camera was off, I just spat it out and gargled. Mayo rules. I love mayo. Was it the Xbox review? Oh yeah, the Xbox One review. That's how you know I'm a real critic.
Oh my goodness.
I love how half the questions so far are less about working gaming, and more so just about the Jamie lore.
That, to be perfectly honest, that's how it be sometimes. Like, straight up.
That's how it be, but I'm having a great time.
Oh no, absolutely. When I used to stream regularly, like back in like 2011, like 2012.
Yeah.
I used to host movie nights. And there was a major. Okay, chat. Like, seriously, this is like super cringe, but I find it hilarious.
Okay.
There was one night when we were just like watching. I think like the theme for the night was like classic movie musicals. So I think one of the ones that I chose was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Hell yeah.
And there's literally just like a part in the movie where it's like Dick Van Dyke and like the rest of like the cast and everything like that just like singing about like these whistles that are made out of candy. So then literally my chat just kept popping off where it's like talking about candy whistles for like literally like 2 hours straight.
That's so chaotic.
Yeah, so then literally the next day when I hopped back on stream again, literally the first thing I saw somebody post in my stream was just a meme of like the movie poster, but literally it just said, "Get in, loser, we're making candy whistles."
That's
So I was just like, "Oh my god, you guys are ridiculous."
Someone just posted a video. Should you buy an X? Oh wait, should I do the YouTuber voice?
Should I buy an Xbox?
Should you buy an Xbox in blank a year? And a deadpan face. I just went, no, while eating the Mountain Doritos concoction.
No. Absolutely not.
And then I remember the next year I did a sequel to that one based on the original Xbox. I think it was. and the impetus was my brother-in-law got a drone and was like, "Hey, can I test the feature where I just tell it to follow you?" So it has these really dramatic drone shots while I'm just talking about like the Xbox.
So
And
there was actually one time for in college when I was making something for one of my classes. And it was like a little music video. Um and one shot specifically, because I had a friend of mine over who was helping me like stage everything and whatnot. Um, One shot I decided, because I was just kind of making things up as it went along, but we had a
yeah.
pool. And so I basically said, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool?" Because the whole point of the music video was like, it was like my my darker half like chasing me throughout the music video and whatnot. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I had my darker half literally just like push me into the pool? So
Oh
then I
my
asked
god.
my friend to just like with full clothing and everything, because it was a cold day and I had my sweater and my jeans on and everything. So I told him, literally just push me as hard as you can
Oh
and
my god.
hold the camera so that way you get as though it's like a POV shot from his eyes of me
Right.
falling into the pool. And we did, and we somehow managed to make it work. And that ended up in it, and I was freezing my ass off by the time that I got out of that pool because it was so cold that day, and I was just like, the things that you do for film.
And you just went for it, yeah?
Yes, I did.
Ooh, got a question. What are your top 5 songs right now?
Oh my gosh. To Spotify.
You see, I almost feel embarrassed to talk about my music because someone other day I listen to a lot of like like mid 2000s. Well, I mean, there's some newer stuff, but like 90s and mid 2000s like dance. And I heard
Hmm.
someone the other day describe Daft Punk as old people music, and I don't think I've ever recovered. I don't think I'll ever recover
Oh,
from that.
that that hurt my soul.
Right?
Dude,
I'm like,
that just I'm sorry, but
I know I can't tell what's worse. Hearing someone call Daft Punk old people music, have someone ask me who Justice is, and then one of their albums comes on while we're sitting in the middle of a restaurant. Or sitting on the bus, like in one of the last few weeks I was living in Victoria, some school kids get on, and one of them talks to his friend. He's like, "I just started listening to this really great classic rock band. Have you ever heard My Chemical Romance?"
oh no.
I was like, "I am withering to dust." From
Straight up, if you could see like how it is I am right now, I literally like had like my head in my hands for a split second. You could easily just like take a snapshot of that, put a black and white filter on that, and then have Behind Blue Eyes by Limp Bizkit just like playing in the background. That's literally like how I felt right now.
But the question is Limp Bizkit classic rock now? The boat is back!
I'm on a boat.
We've been going for about an hour, so I think we have enough time for a couple more questions. But what are your top 5 songs right now?
Um, so currently right now I'm listening to the new Broadway cast for Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Oh
So
hell yeah!
yeah, so I love Sweeney Todd. That's like one of my favorite musicals. Um, Josh Groban is amazing, so I
Hmm.
love him. Um, but also, um, I like flip and flop, like all over the place, like most of the time. Like every now and like a while I was listening to the Monkees. Okay, see, that's a classic rock band, not your frickin' Not classic rock does not equate to bands that were literally like 20 something years old. Okay, that's not classic rock.
Oh, I have. In that
Like,
case, I know this really small indie band you might like. It was one of Ringo Starr's projects, the Beatles. You know, the guy from Thomas the Tank Engine?
I forget. I always forget that Ringo actually was a narrator on Thomas the
Yeah.
Tank Engine, and I always forget about that. um, yeah, I love the Beatles. But recently,
Did you
well,
hear
because
that
I have
one?
a I have a playlist. I have a playlist specifically for like an original story that I'm working on, but like that has like a bunch of different things in it. It's all, I guess, like stuff like related to cyberpunk, so or kind of things that I would like within that genre. So I listen to One OK Rock, I listen to Breaking Benjamin, Coheed and Cambria, Disturbed, Rage Against the Machine, um, yeah, like a whole bunch of different things. The Weekend, um,
Hell yeah.
Gorillas,
Hey,
uh,
classic rock. Yeah, the Gorillas.
uh, Panic at the Disco.
Good
I
choices.
need
Good
to add a
choices.
I need to add a steamboat emote.
Is it just boats?
Oh my goodness, what have we started?
The question: does the B in Bitro stand for boat?
Well, does it? I don't know.
Well, does it? You see, that might be one of those industry secrets I'm not allowed to share. My top five are just call your mom by Nook. You know, I feel like, you see, I feel like, here, I'm not talking songs, I'm talking albums, because I've been swinging between Justice's Woman Worldwide again. But then, there's an artist on YouTube called Ghoulie who did a fan album that used a lot of like what are they called, like the raw mixes of both Daft Punk's Alive 2007 album and
Hmm.
also a lot of Justice stuff and mix them together. I love Justice now. But then I've been listening to just Bo Burnham as always because that probably says a lot about me.
I've heard of Bo Burnham, but I've never like listened to anything that
He's a
they've done.
he's a comedy musician with some legitimately like good music. If I could recommend one song to start with, it's just one called 1985, and the gist of the song is that he wishes he was his dad in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Or there's also White Woman's
Devastatingly sad song. Jamie laughs.
devastatingly sad song. What, like White Woman's Instagram, which you think like on first listen is about this like really basic like woman just posting pictures on Instagram, but then you realize it's about her entire process of growing up and dealing with the trauma of losing her parents.
Oh no, like that was like how like a few months ago I found out about closing time. Like the actual meaning of that song is not about like getting kicked out of a bar. It's about a dude becoming a father.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either.
Oh God, what else? What else have I been listening to? How about the Beatles? Am I right? No, actually, I did technically listen to a Beatles thing because I'm watching through Glee finally after all these years, and we just started season 5, and one of the major characters like dies in the show because the actor who played him died. But
Oh, that's right.
they don't start the season with that. No. They start that with a happy goofy 2-part Beatles episode and then go straight into that.
Yeah, see, I stopped after season 3.
Most people do, and I understand why.
So, I mean, you have a will of iron steel to be able to make it past season 3.
I mean, oh goodness, no, I'm not going to go on a rant about Leah Michelle here.
Oh yeah, no.
We're getting new Puddle Ducks tomorrow. Oh, that's what was that? Justin Dubé's man. That's a band that Xander really likes, and I personally think they make some really good tight music. It's funny because like most of their music's like really good, legit music, but the one song everyone knows them for is "I Might Never Be a Mother, but I'm Gonna Be a MILF."
That's the actual name of a song.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh
sure
my
that's the
goodness.
full name. Like, let me look.
Oh my goodness. That's hysterical.
Oh no, it's literally just called the MILF song.
The MILF song.
And the song went viral as a TikTok audio. So, you know, you know, they have that going for them. But it's funny because I think a lot of people found their music from that. Like, oh, I bet all their music sounds like this, but no, then it's serious music.
That because for some reason the name of that song, it just made me think of like a Fall Out Boy song title.
My God.
But like no, but like apparently there's yeah, I was like looking this up. It's Sufjan Stevens, but apparently he has the world record for the longest title for a song, I think like ever.
And what's the song called?
The Black Hawk War, or How to Demolish an Entire Civilization and Still Feel Good About Yourself in the Morning, or We Apologize for the Inconvenience, but You're Going to Have to Leave Now, or I Have Fought the Big Knives and Will Continue to Fight them until they are off of our lands.
Wow. Wow. Oy vey.
Oy vey.
Oy vey. So you see, here's here's how you can tell I'm really happy and open with being myself, especially since I moved to Germany. Not only am I dressing like my grandmother now, but I'm speaking like her too.
Oh my goodness.
So soon I know I'll be getting her mannerisms. You know, I'll go out for like coffee with like a friend, and I'll be like, "Oh, hey, let me wipe your face. You have a little bit of schmutz on your cheek."
Schmutz.
No schmutz.
Schmutz.
Which I think also works in German, but she says in the particularly Yiddish way.
Yiddish.
So
I guess for other music, I literally have like this 10-hour playlist on my Spotify that is literally just nothing but Sega music. So every now and again, like at night when I want to try and get myself to sleep, I always put on just like, boom, Sega music in the background.
Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day?
Yes, it does. Just makes me want to run away.
You know, personally, I'm living in the city, you know. Got to keep that dream alive.
I was gonna make another. I was literally gonna add on to that, but then I had a total brain fart. I was like, dang it.
So I guess to bring it back around, my husband's back with more comment. It was me. I was the schmutz. Where's the schmutz? Jesus.
The schmutz. You mook.
Hey, get out of here!
Get out of here.
So here, I'm going to lift up the camera and see if y'all can see it. But I'm not sure if y'all can see them from here. But probably the best thing about the new recording and creative room in here, and why I like doing work in here even more than like the recording booths and stuff now, is besides just a rainbow being my type of gay, you know, there's actual toy airplanes like hanging from the ceilings, which is very thematically correct for a game like Call of War, but also just looks so cool. I really love that.
Nice.
So, yeah. Before I go on, I will be next Friday. Shall be the day when the donate link goes live on Better Place, which is kind of like, which is a more German focused uh, donations platform, and for all the Christopher Street Day organizations that donations are being split between, those will go through there. Uh, there will also be a Tiltify link during the stream, which I'll set up via a bot, and those ones will go directly to Trans Lifeline, which is an American-based one, because gotta support the states in this trying time.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the Iron Order tournament that will be part of this, and yes, everyone's going in somewhat blind. Whoever wins will get to choose a charity of their choice as well, who supports LGBTQ plus folks, and there will be an additional donation that goes directly to them. Which I don't.
Awesome.
So, lots of stuff all around, lots of support, and really happy for this to be a live event that becomes a reoccurring thing. I can't
Heck yes.
words. I need to go grab some dinner. Would you like to plug where people can find you on the internet?
Yeah, sure. On YouTube, I go by Sega Girl NB. With the NB being literally just like the letter N and B in capitals. So that's my YouTube channel. On Twitter, it's the same thing except NB is actually spelled ENBY, like NB. So that's basically my handle for pretty much everything, including Instagram. I also have a separate Let's Play channel where I do Let's Plays and things like that, just called Sega Girl Plays. Those are my two. So you can go ahead and follow me on there. My main account is normally where I do, I guess, quote unquote, video essays, I think. I don't really know if they are video essays or not. Based on some of my favorite games, including mostly me rambling about Sega games for like a solid like hour or so. So if you're into that, then that's definitely one way that you can find me.
Excellent. Definitely go check her out as well, because just you make a lot of really amazing stuff.
Oh, thank you.
And I also like you're like super talented and such, and I can especially speak to that because of like the stuff like you, Johnny, and I have worked on.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, Johnny's going to be involved with the event.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to talk to Johnny in like a while. I think the both of us have just been like really busy with our schedules.
I think it's been a hectic year for a lot of folks. I will say this on the whole, though, like for all the big global issues on a personal level, 2023 has been like the best year I've had in a good while.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, for me, you'll see me again on the 30th on YouTube or Twitch. I will have emotes and notifications set up in stream. If you're on YouTube, you can set a reminder. On Twitch, sorry. I'll also be doing the Reddit AMA in the coming week, assuming that the website doesn't face a death by 1,000 API changes. And then I guess as a personal thing, I'll quickly plug, because I will also be, I'm not sure if I've mentioned it company side, but something I'll be doing personally to promote it is I'm coming out of the woodwork to make a Sonic Frontiers video essay, where I quite literally do today's video is sponsored by me. To promote it.
Today's video was made possible by viewers like you. Thank you.
Thank you. Just get PBS to do it. We get on the stream and we just start reading out the people who donated beforehand. It's like, and then the $20 tier we have.
That would take forever, though.
Thank you for coming to our official donate-a-thon.
Call now and you can get a free car.
A free mug. A free T-shirt. I feel like the prize are getting crappier as we go on. We went from a car to a mug to a T-shirt. And the $5.
Call now and you can get a fat-free yogurt.
Ooh. Please note the lid will be pre-licked.
freaking that's like one of my favorite episodes of Animaniacs is where they just they just do like this whole parody of Power Rangers, and it's just
Yeah.
like that's just like one of my favorite lines from that one. Uh, Here, have a bag of money, and then it's just like, hey, but I liked your song too. Okay, sport, have a fat free yogurt. Just one of them just gets a giant ass bag of money.
the 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 one joke I always remember from Animaniacs is, "Quick, we need to look for fingerprints." And then I think
I
Yakker
found
just,
prints.
"Yeah, I found prints."
No, fingerprints. I don't think so. How that managed to slip past the censors, I have no idea.
But it's so good.
It is so funny.
It's so good. Please no licking my yogurt. It's all I have, says the chat.
Thank goodness.
I've been really getting to meta humor, and I love it when we get to try like new wild like ad concept tests here. Like, there's one we did last month for Supremacy, I think, where it was in the style of a 1980s infomercial. But there's one ad when I was a set of still image ads that I wish had like been the next big thing, which was, I think it was just a picture of a guy, and it just said, please buy our games. Please play our game. We worked really hard on it.
Yeah, I'm actually like legitimately curious while we still have time. How like because I know that you do like advertising and things like that specifically for social media, but like how do you actually have like film equipment and things like that at the actual company that you use to create stuff with, or like how does the process go about it, like making actual things like that?
So if we were to use like just a film setup term, my role there would be producer. So I'm pretty much
Okay.
overseeing and making sure it's all brought together. And what's nice, instead of outsourcing, which is greatly expensive and can be very convoluted, instead they've I guess for lack of a better term, insourced. They brought it in internally. So I do have equipment. And I do have like the microphone I'm using now, like is company provided and is like an
Oh, okay.
actual like studio mic setup. I
Okay.
do have an actual editing setup, which is a M2 Pro MacBook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So from there, it's a matter of checking over scripts, doing localizations, reaching out to actors, making sure things get edited in the styles we want, and then seeing that they're tested. I also, I don't think I'm at liberty to go too far into as well, but we're of course looking into new exciting technologies and tools all the time to just further expedite the process.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they want their names being said, but alongside me, there are two very, very talented editors I also work alongside. Though a lot of times I actually do the editing myself because on some things. Because the thing about advertising with social media is even on advertising side, the Bytro's done commercials and stuff before like that. Like if you have a good trailer, like a good trailer can last you for years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And social platforms are always hungry for more.
Mm.
So there's them and me doing editing. I guess you could say that I am. Oh, how do I say this in a way that doesn't make me sound immensely conceited and full of myself? I am the. If you see an ad, visual, still or video, at some point at Bytro, it has had to go past me, and I've had to, given my 2 cents on it. Most of the
Gotcha.
time, it's way more than that.
Got it.
RFG ball mapping asks, are there any new maps will be added to Call of War? And that is one that I do not think I'm at liberty to talk about right now. Though I do know that big cool things are always happening behind the scenes.
Heck yes.
Heck yes. So I need to go. I was going to say something like I'm going to go, do something big and dramatic or whatever. But no, I need to go pick up a prescription.
I must go. My planet needs me.
And also because it is getting close to the end of the day here, I'm really glad that everyone was cool here with me going ahead and doing this test stream. And thank you so much for hopping in and making sure the recording side works well as well.
Of course.
And so with that, I will see y'all on June 30th for lgbtqio. I have been Jamie. And thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.